Have you ever had 151 before?
Yeah, I have. Right. Glad I came.
It goes at least to the beginning of the year. I know some of my stuff isn't as pressing, but I'm gonna try to get done everything that's pressing first, and then ease into it probably into May.
What's been the biggest challenge so far this winter?
Just so much volume of stuff. It's really picked up. So, trying to do it and keep everybody happy.
You can't keep everyone happy.
No.
No. Who helps you along the way in the shop here?
I don't know. I have, I got my buddy Poggy comes up a couple days a week sometimes when he can. He'll help me do whatever I want him to do. I got a kid, Zach, he wants to learn a bunch of stuff, and he started the last couple of weeks coming in after school and just helping me with little stuff, trying to learn everything he can. And I don't know, other than that, I got my father helped me a little bit, and my grandfather will run cars to the powder coater if I need it, and then if I need something done, I will ask Tasha. So. Yeah, I mean, I like to help people out. I don't really have any secrets with my cars, so you know, when somebody comes to me and like they want me to work on their car or just help them out or do, you know, whatever, or even like Zach coming and, you know, doing some stuff here, I like to share the wealth, I guess, of information so people, you know, you're better off to have a lot of people that are better at it than trying to keep it all secret. And, you know, I'm from a racing family, so I learned from others, and now it's my turn to teach other people. It was good. I mean, I showed up and Nick had picked his tires like 2 days before when they opened the shed, and they were terrible. And I got there and Nick was all worried. He gets like that. He worries big time at the track. I try to get him to relax, but it doesn't happen. And I have to try to calm him down a bunch. So I mean, like that day, I actually did. I changed a bunch of stuff in the back, angles, trailing arm angles, and swapped the J-bar over, and I put a snubber in it, and he doesn't like snubbers, but he trusted me to put it in, and he had a good car, and we saved our stuff, you know, played it the way that we wanted to play it, and we were right there in contention. And then, I mean, we were all over those guys, and I mean, they took it away from them in victory lane, which, I mean, they needed to. They kind of said you couldn't do that, but the thing about Nick is that I did that same thing to him at Waterford, but I didn't change anything. I just crawled underneath there with wrenches, and I messed around. Yeah, the car was great. The feature, he drove right to the front. So I mean, I don't know. Sometimes
placebo effect works.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes.
You know that. You just go over there and clank. You go, oh, that's the shiny thing.
No, I pretended. I had the axles out of it, and I was asking other people for axles, and nobody had one, and I was spinning the rear end and moving stuff and clanking stuff, and I just put it all right back. And he kept saying there was something broken in the back, and I checked it all. There weren't nothing wrong, and we just didn't get enough practice for him to get. We had other issues. So.
Does he know that now?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Now he does. Now he does.
He trusted me enough to, at that point, I knew it was right when he went out on the track, so.
Oh. What happened?
The left rear trailing arm sheared off.
Now that was on.
I think I hit Tracy Gordon first, and then bounced off Mike Rowe, and then went.
Well, I mean, you would know.
Yeah, I remember.
You do have the memory of knowing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the day we realized that Mike Hopkins is the fastest duct tape dispenser.
Yeah, man, he can use some duct tape. Holy crap.
Mike Hopkins.
We had red and black and green, and he used it all. Yeah.
Were you in the car? I forget. Were you in the car or
I got out.
you didn't?
I got out and fixed the back while everybody else fixed the front. I found a trailer arm bracket. Had to go. The only person I had one was, I think, John Dwyron. I put two pieces together to kind of make one work.
And where'd you end up finishing that day?
I don't know, the nose was like 5 feet in the air and the motor mounts were all broken off of it. I think the power steering crapped out. And I don't know, I was running good and then like maybe 20th. Wasn't a good day.
16. Pretty sure it says.
16th, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look. I tried to forget that day.
Well, now it's immortalized, and
Yes.
I'll bring it back.
Yeah, when you crash on the first pace lap, right into the fence. It's real nice.
Yeah, I'll bring it back.
You look really bright.
I'll bring it back for you.
Yeah. It was. We had all the same issues you have with a new car. Went out on the racetrack and the brakes didn't work. They were all glazed over. Had to get those seated in, and when I started to pick up speed, the oil pan on the motor I kind of scabbed together was dumping everywhere, and I don't know. I missed a bunch of practice, and I kept messing with stuff, trying to get the nose to seal a little bit better with all the new geometry I was trying, and I got it down, and then I mean it wasn't that good, and then I put tires on it, and I ran the fastest laps I've ever run at Oxford. I had the gratification of the fact that the car was really good. It was good enough to make the race in the heat race. It was good enough to make the race in the Consi, and it was good enough to make it in the last chance race from the back. The car was really good. I just bad draw. That's the 250. You know, you're kind of behind it right from the start, and then you know I got turned around in a qualified spot. I checked up for somebody else, and I don't know, somebody else didn't care. But
Corporal Boobar. Winter has been long on the precipice of the White Mountains, and I have lamented our early skirmish on that hot summer's day in the fields of Oxford.
it felt really good to drive to the front. It was very satisfying just to catch good cars from such a far. I mean, it felt like I was 3/4 of a lap behind, but I made it there. I think it helps me. I think it helps all the smaller teams, the guys that only buy 4 tires. I think it's going to at least equal out the guys that can just buy so many tires and scuff them all and, you know, figure out which ones are good and bad and just make a good set out of, 12 tires. We're pretty much stuck with whatever we buy, so it's going to be no effect to me. I'm just going to do the exact same thing every time I go. Just going to rein in some of the big teams that spend a lot of money. I think it'll be a help. I don't know. I just hope it lasts. They've tried this before and it hasn't lasted, into the season. They'll try it a couple races and then some of the bigger guys will complain, and those guys, I mean, they're making money on tires. The more tires they can sell, the more money they're going to make. It's hard to tell guys that, you can't buy more tires when you're the guy making money on the tires. That's how it's been. I still go there and only buy 4, so I think it's going to help me, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to last.
I see 4 door panels up on the wall. Do you have a favorite?
There's a lot of door panels around all over the place. Probably, as far as a favorite goes, I would say the one with all the crazy stripes and the neons on it.
And what's the significance of that?
That's the first car I had that really went phenomenal. I still have that car. I probably won't ever sell it. I've won with that car at a lot of places, and I like it. I've always liked it, right from the moment I drove it the first time. Just, it goes good, and I don't know, sentimental attachment, I guess.
It's just metal. It doesn't love you back.
Nah, you go tell Betty that.
Is that the name, Betty?
That's her name, is Betty. For it to be junk?
Yeah.
I was trying to pass.
Dave Farrington.
No, I was trying to pass Reno on the top, and I got out there, and he jumped the curb and got into me a little bit on one lap. Then the next lap, kind of held me up there, and I had a good run again. And then the 14, he barreled in there, completely impatient, ran right into the back of Reno, and he jumped the curb again. And all I know is I was in the third groove to try to give him room, and then all of a sudden he was right in front of me, and the thing just jumped there, completely airborne. I didn't touch the ground until it hit the wall at backstretch at Oxford. It didn't slow down at all in the air. It hit pretty good.
Is there anything salvageable?
Yeah, I mean, the center appears to be straight. Everything I've checked so far. It sucks because it was like my pride and joy, so I'm going to cut it apart and fix it. I circle a few races every year. Pretty much anything at Lee I circle. I just love going down there.
Why?
Because I remember as being a little kid watching Pro Stocks race there, my grandfather and my father running, and I always wanted to do good there in a Pro Stock. I've always wanted to. Yep. So I have good luck in Granite State races, and I have terrible luck in pass races lately there. But at some point it'll turn around. I'd really love to win a pass race there. But I circle White Mountain. I mean, I have a million laps there, and I like White Mountain. I mean, it's different than it used to be, but I mean, besides the 250, the one that I have circled is Groveton.
Really?
As much of a crappy little quarter mile it is, it's way out of the beaten path that nobody wants to go to. I love that place, and that's totally circled. I'm kind of calling dibs on that one. And then, at this point, I've lost 2 races at Thunder Road. It's about time to win one there, but Groveton.
I've never been to Groveton.
No. You'd like it. You know how you love Unity and you don't know why? Groveton's way better than Unity, so you should like it.
What? Monadnock's quarter mile is totally different.
Yeah. Monadnock's not even shaped right. It's like somebody was totally hammered when they were driving the bulldozer making the place. Turn 3 is like halfway down the backstretch, and both ends are totally different from each other, and it's bumpy. Monadnock attracts, and just the way the racetrack is built, it's rough. Even if you're all the way in there, door to door with a guy, you're going to get the right front ripped off going into turn 3. It's rough. I don't mind racing it. It's not as fun to me as something like Groveton. I like Groveton because you can race there. It narrows up a little bit on the front stretch, but a lot of people struggle there because of all the banking and because it's a quarter mile. I mean, I think Groveton has more banking than White Mountain. To me, it feels way faster than most tracks would even go to. I just always liked it. If you don't drink 151,